Hello, Midofupa. Today I bring you this quick and easy yet so delicious Bofrot recipe. Who wants to wait around for an hour or so for your dough to rise? Not me, certainly not me. So this recipe uses self-raising flour and it helps it to quicken up the process for your dough to rise, and you can basically fry it straight away. So here I'm preparing my dry ingredients in a different bowl, and then I'll go ahead to prepare the wet ingredients in another bowl. So the recipe for this Bofrot mix is provided in the description box. The link to where you can find the recipes in the description box. One tip here, when you add your yeast to your dry ingredients, make sure it's on the sugar side of the bowl, and make sure you add the salt on the other side. This helps the yeast to activate. You don't want the salt and yeast to mix up, although you're going to put everything together. The science of this really works. So yes, do put them on opposite sides, preferably with the sugar on top of the yeast or yeast on top of sugar. I went ahead to get my wet mix ready. For the wet mix, I'm using milk, water, vanilla essence. My original recipe calls for orange juice and orange rind, but I didn't have that, so vanilla essence I used instead, and some eggs. So if you don't have enough milk, you can just, the liquid that you need is about 450 ml, so you can just adjust the proportion of milk to water, or it's your choice, but using milk just makes this Bofrot really rich and delicious. So I will ask you to use some milk for it. So basically put everything in a bowl or a cup, whatever container you choose to use. Mix it all up until your eggs are really well incorporated into the mixture. Now I mixed up everything in my dry ingredients, mix it all up really well, and then create a well and start adding in your wet mixture a little at a time to make sure it incorporates well with the dry mixture to form a lovely dough. So here I'm using a wooden spoon because I didn't really want my hands to get messy. But you can actually use your hands to do this bit if you prefer. Okay, the wooden spoon can also do it equally well. So you want to beat the mixture really well until you see the gluten getting activated. Once it's activated, it looks stretchy. When it is stretchy, it has mixed up really well, and it's just ready to be fried. This is a quick and easy recipe that you can actually fry straight away, but I let it rest for about 20 minutes, at least till the time when my oil has heated up and it's ready for the dough. So whilst it's resting, I cover it with some cling film and leave it to rest for about 20 minutes whilst I get my pot on and get the oil heated up. So to know when your oil is at the right temperature to fry your Bofrot, I always do this whilst the oil is heating up. I add in some of the Bofrot mix or the dough. This is my sacrificial Bofrot. I always call it my sacrificial Bofrot. So that's always in there, and it's heating up with the oil. Once the oil has heated up to the right level, you find the sacrificial Bofrot coming up to the surface of the oil. turning brown, and once that is cooked through, I know my oil is at the right temperature and I'm ready to fry my bofrot. You really want your oil to be at the right temperature, otherwise you get your bofrot either splitting up or soaking up too much oil. This is the tricky bit in frying your bofrot. Your temperature of the oil has to be right. So another part of the frying of the bofrot that people find tricky is being able to hand drop your dough into the oil. So here I was just demonstrating how you can use an ice cream scoop to do that. So you need some water to hand, and you dip your scoop into the water and then pick up some of the dough and gently push it into your oil. I don't really like using a match because I'm not able to control the roundness of my balls, but with lots of practice you should be able to get some perfect shapes. So yes, I ditched the ice cream scoop and I went ahead to drop the dough using my hands. So in a bit I'll show you how you can actually drop the dough with your hands using like a scissors form of action. So drop enough dough balls into the oil. What you want is quite a full pot. This helps regulate the temperature of the oil so that your bofrots don't burn too quickly. And at this point too, you want to turn down the heat a bit. Otherwise, you find your doughs browning quickly, burning without the middle bit cooked through. So on a low, gentle heat, fry the doughs balls. And whilst it's frying, keep stirring with, I use my kebab stick to stir it to circulate the heat through so that it doesn't burn and it's got a lovely golden outer crust and the inside is also cooked through. So here's my first batch done. And yes, I did say you see how I drop in the balls. So basically, between your thumb and your finger, you index finger, you actually create like a scissors or something to cut your dough. So you create a ball, turn it down, and then you use your fingers to cut it up and drop it into the oil. I hope you've got the technique. You can watch it, it comes with practice. Watch it over again and again and practice until you are so good with it. I'm still practicing really. So as you can see, yes, I had to, that was my sacrificial bofrot. That's the chef's the chef's treat. You can see it was nice and fluffy inside, and on the outer it was nice and crunchy. And that is what you want for your bofrot. And that is what you get with this quick and easy bofrot mix. It didn't take long to get it fried and to enjoy the goodness of your bofrot. I hope you will try this recipe. The link is in the description box, so just click it and check out what you need and cook with me. Thank you for watching, and I hope you and your family will enjoy this recipe. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. And life is too short, so enjoy your life as it is and have a wonderful time. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like this video. Thank you.